All right. Hey guys, happy July 5th. I mean, mind boggling. We're already 5 days into July. Having that early auto ship and then having that holiday weekend with promo, I really feel like I blinked and it's July 5th. So I'm guessing you probably feel similar. Um, we're going to talk real quick about the promo because it does end tonight. And I just want to make sure that everyone is using their thinking caps, as my teacher would have told me a long time ago. Then we're going to dive into our upcoming week. So with this promo, this tag team promo, I don't know if Paul and Jason would like this. I don't know. And I am going to share this recording. But basically what it boils down to is on occasion, you're going to have somebody who like comes out of the woodwork and they haven't thrived in forever. And they're like, oh, what's this promo? I think I'm ready to start again. Well, obviously, you start with the whole, hey, let's get another friend or blah, blah, blah. Well, here it is at 7 p.m. This thing is over soon. So this is where you start taking that person who doesn't have a partner and that person who doesn't have a partner, and they make a new account and you pair them up together, right? Think outside the box, everybody. So anyway, I didn't say that. I wish I could delete it. But anyway, think hard. There's a lot to be had here. They're doubling the product. And you guys, they can't use credits. So think about what that does for your paycheck on Tuesday. When credits aren't involved, your BV, your bonus volume, which is what you get paid on, doesn't get dinged or hit or lessened because of credits. So this is a promo where they are not only giving you the opportunity to give your customer double the product, but they're giving you full commission. This is a good promo. Like, don't get me wrong. This is not my favorite promo. Okay. There's a lot of questions. It's very confusing. Sometimes it can be bad, but when you think about the fact that they're doubling your product, but yet giving you full commission, it's worth all the questions. Okay. So just don't let this promo pass you by tonight. If you are sitting here and you're like, you know what, I don't have anybody to tag team with, you got hours in front of you that you could be reaching out. Throw it out on Facebook. Just say, hey, who wants to start thriving tonight? I can double your product for free. Just throw it out there. You never know. Here's the thing. When you throw that post out there, it's to you probably going to seem like it's sitting there and it's floating and people are throwing darts at it and no one's talking, about it or commenting on it. Doesn't mean it's not being seen, right? I did a post, 2 weeks ago? I think I told you guys. I did a post a couple weeks ago and I said, hey, $25 for a newbie. Anybody interested? Crickets. Facebook made it seem like I was on an island by myself. But then my phone rang and this girl said, hey, I saw that. So don't underestimate doing the effort. Put the effort in, let the results come. If you don't put the effort in, I can guarantee the results won't come. But if you put the effort in, I can guarantee they will come. Can I guarantee how they're going to come, how fast and how many? No. If I knew that, I'd be Maria Dillard right now. But I know if you put in the effort, the results will come. So don't let this promo pass you by. Don't sell yourself short already and say, oh, I can't do it. So another creative way that I saw one of the teams doing, let's say A wanted to place an order and B wanted to place an order. So did C. Well, C wasn't connected to A or B because her upline is long gone. So A and B tagged, and then C just said, hey, B, throw my order on your order. Like, come on, like it raises the volume, they get paid commission, and this person's going to get their order. So think hard, be creative. Yes, you have to follow the rules. You have to tag them first. You got to do the 160 or more. But after you've met those rules, be creative and don't let these next few hours slip past you. Okay, with that, let's move into a new week. It's always so weird on a Sunday to like finish a week and then start a new. Sarah says, I got 6 new accounts and more to come. So far, only 1 order, but I have people. Oh, I got to click the whole button to read the whole thing. But I have people I would never thought to contact. Yes, Sarah, that's exactly it. Our Zoom is done. That's all you really needed to hear. I'm going to let Sarah teach it next time. That is perfect. 6 new accounts, more coming, and people she never thought to contact. Isn't that life? Like, that's life. The people who you never thought would ABC, and then they ABC, whatever the heck it is, right? That's life. So if this teaches you anything, don't prejudge. You have no idea who needs Thrive. You have no idea who's watching you. I just actually had a conversation with a girl who has thrived with me off and on for the last 5 years. And when I mean off and on, I mean like 1 month that first year, maybe a couple months, 8 months apart that second year, nothing the third. And finally, like a few months ago, she was like, I'm going to start thriving. I'm going to be consistent with it. And I was like, well, there's an idea. I know her well enough I can say these things. And she mentioned something the other night about promoting. And I just kind of was like, we just had a whole conversation. She has let the fear of not knowing if she could do it or not being sure she would get sales stop her. And I'm like, girl, who cares what people say? You're going to get paid either way. So you never know. Like if you had asked me 5 years ago, I'd be like, yeah, she'd be a great promoter. But of the activity that's happened over the last 5 years, I never in a million years would have been like, yeah, I think she's going to do it. But you guys, I think she's going to do it. So, don't prejudge. We have no idea what's going on in someone's life. And also same context, 5 years ago wasn't a good time for her, but now it is. So keep your mind. Okay. Sandra says, was it from a post? Was the new promoter from a post? Oh, Sarah, did you get these people, like, I can't, you type because I can't seem to unmute you. They're asking you if you got the 6 new accounts from a post.
So I went through, I've been watching who have been watching my stories. So I went through the entire month of June and I've looked at every single post I've posted on a story and started a spreadsheet. I had over 500 people. I had more than that, but these were just the people that weren't already doing some other kind of Thrive type business, or people that were doing, and some of like the older ladies from my church that I know are not trying to thrive at this point. So I went through and I did all that. And so then on Thursday, what day did I go? Monday and Tuesday, I believe it was, I started emailing people. And I just messaged every single person on that list, whether I thought they would actually do anything or not. I did find some people that I didn't know were doing other products that weren't interested, but I got a list of about 30 people that wanted to be on my VIP list. So then on Saturday morning when the promo hit, I emailed everybody, hey, and then I used Kayla Fox's message skeleton that she posted on the from the training this past week. And that's how I've done and gotten all of my accounts, and have some people that couldn't do it this weekend or they're out of town or whatever. It was a busy weekend. It's the 4th. So, or couldn't find, I had some people that didn't have anybody that they knew they could thrive with, but they're still going to put an order in anyway. So, but it's an order I wouldn't have had I not done it. So that's how I did it.
This makes my heart happy because I know when you sit down to go through your stories, to write down the names, I know that's not like the fun part of the whole thing, but that is the part that produces the fun result. And so if you guys take anything away from this, it's that we don't just throw out these ideas because they sound good. They work.
My husband told me I was stalking people all last month.
Girl, there's nothing wrong with that, because the last time you barely typed a word into your phone and Facebook stalked you for every advertiser that sold something that rhymed with that? That's what we do. Tell him stalking pays really well. So yeah, awesome. Okay, so let me get back on my train of thought, because I literally, while you were talking, pulled up your story and went through it really quick, because I was like, oh, what's she doing? We probably all did. No one will admit it but me, right? Okay, so you guys, before we dive into a new week, we need to know where we're at. We need to know your rate of run. And when I say we need to know, that doesn't mean you have to announce it, but I want you to have it in front of you. So for those of you that are new or have forgotten, you're going to pull up your cloud right now. You're going to go into your business dashboard and you're going to look for your current Q, as in queen, QV. That's your current qualifying volume, and that means the volume that you and anyone underneath of you. So underneath of you, like your promoters under you, your customers under you, customers under customers, promoters under promoters. That number, you're going to divide it by 5 because it's July 5th. So based on that number, that's how much you and your team have been doing on average every day since July started. Now you're going to take that number, that average number, and you're going to multiply it by 31 because we get 31 days in July. Never underestimate that extra day. People do not understand that 31 day until you're in sales. And then you're like, oh my gosh, 31 days. So take that number, multiply by 31. Now the number you're looking at is what you are on track to hit at the end of the month. Now here's the thing. It doesn't mean you're guaranteed to hit it. And it doesn't mean you can't go higher than that number. It just means you're on track for it. So based on that number, do you want to give yourself a swift kick in the butt? Or do you feel like you deserve a pedicure? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on right now on your screen. But based on what you're seeing, you know, so let's say you're looking at that number and you're like, you know what, I'm really close to my goal that I want, but I'm not quite there. Then I would say next to that number, you should write down, do what Sarah did. Go through my story, write down all the names and start conversations with all those people. That'd be an excellent way to take your rate of run and take it up. We never want to take our rate of run down. If you're trying to take your rate of run down, you're on the wrong Zoom. Okay, and so what I want you to then write down on a sheet of paper in your mind, whatever works best for you. I want you to think about what you are saying to yourself every day, because I think that we're such good communicators with other people. We're always worried about, you know, I want to tell her something, but I don't want it to hurt her feelings. I want it to be constructive. Or I want to tell her how proud of her I am. Or I want to tell him that he did such a great job. How are you communicating with yourself? What are you repeatedly telling yourself? I can guarantee that you're telling other people very positive, happy things. What are you telling yourself repetitively? Or better yet, what would you like to be telling yourself repetitively? If you had a cheerleader who hung out with you all day long and said things to you, let's say you paid her. Let's say you had this person, you paid them to cheer you on during the day. What are you paying them to say to you? Now, I don't want you paying to have smoke blown up your butt, right? But what are they saying to you? These are the things I want you to start saying to yourself. These are not, I'm not saying this is what I want you to say. I want you to think about what things like you are capable, get out of your own way, stop making excuses, sit down and do 5 more. Don't turn on the TV yet, Tammy, because you don't have your reach outs done. Like, what are the things that you would want that cheerleader / accountability partner telling you? Sandra says, I cheer people on all day long, but forget to cheer for myself, and I'm super hard on myself. Yes, I found an awesome quote. Share that quote, please. Okay, you find it and then share.
Okay, I found it. I took my contacts out. So, okay, and I sent this one to Tammy the other day, and this was like me to a T. You're so busy doubting yourself while so many others are intimidated by your potential.
Yep.
So
there are so many people who would want to be in your shoes. So I'm going to use you since it was you that brought it up, Sandra. People see you that you get to be a stay-at-home thriver. You get to be the grandma who gets to be with her babies whenever she is needed or wants. You get to drive a free car. You get to work at the Y for fun, not because you need the money, just for fun. Think how many people would love to trade spots with you. Lisa, type that quote in the comments, please, and thank you. Could you make it in all caps, please? That'd be great, thanks. Okay, because the reason I wanted to tell you that is because what we're going to talk about today is what are we saying to, like, who are we talking to? What are we saying to people? And before I dove into that, I just wanted to really make sure you guys thought for a hot second about what are you saying to yourselves? We are all human. We are all going to have doubts. We are all going to have moments where we're not sure or we question our ability. And that's okay because you're human, but you're a thriver. So you're a human with superpowers, which means after you have that 2-second, 5-second pity party, you either connect with someone on your team who you know will pull you up out of the gutter, or you just dust yourself off, put your boots back on, and go marching out there. I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You have the #1 product in the health and wellness industry. This is $1 trillion industry. It's not easy to be #1. It's not like there's 3 people doing this, so it was like easy to be #1. But that's what you have. That's what you represent. You represent a product that is made for everybody that we can tweak in any way, shape, or form to make it fit somebody for their goals, for their health. We're not touting 10 pounds in 10 days. We're not making promises we can't keep. We're not making people spend hours in the bathroom, right? We are actually helping people. There was a post on my team page just this afternoon. I hope I can find it. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves. Here it is. So this guy, he's a new Thrive promoter on our team, and he has a picture of his dad in the pool. And he says, my dad at 82, after thriving for 6 weeks, says he wants to start swimming again. I said, good thing we have a pool. I guess you never get too old to get something out of this product. 82. I'm 45. You're how old? We have all felt something from Thrive. That's what you have in your back pocket. So the next time you start shuffling your feet and hanging your head low, call me. I'll tell you that again, really loud, forcefully in the phone. All right. So think about what you're telling yourselves. That's why we do positive affirmations. That's why we talk so much about self-development. If you don't have like a podcast or a YouTube channel or a book or a journal or something that you love to spend time with, then reach out and ask people what they use, because find something for you. Sarah says, my 80-something-year-old aunt was asking me today about it. I'll send you that. I'll screenshot that and send that to you because you need to share that with her. So here's the thing, like I get so busy during the day that sometimes I don't get to listen to my podcast or click on my YouTube when I want to. And I hate that because I love it that much. That's what you need to connect to. Oh, baby G. There's our baby G. Sandra's helper. So find something, someone, and don't get locked into it. Like some days I'm in the mood for a certain podcast and some days I'm not. You know, I ebb and flow. But find something that you do, 10, 30 minutes a day where it's just helping you think. It's helping you grow. It's helping you learn. The better you get as a human being, the better you feel, the better you are as a human, the more you're going to attract to you. I mean, you guys know, you see people who are pitiful and they love not feeling good because they love to talk about how they don't feel good. And those are the people, when you see them coming, you're like, oh, don't mess up and say, how are you? Those people literally repel. Like, and I have people like that in my life that I love deeply, but I do not go out of my way to spend time with them because they drain me. And so you got to build yourself up. You got to listen to the things that make your heart happy. You've got to listen to the things that make you say, you know what? I can do this. I can do whatever the heck I want. It's those things that will bring that light into you and out of you. And it's that light that draws people to you. Sonia said, starting back in the office tomorrow, so I'll be listening once again. Yes. And that's the silver lining, Sonia. Right there's your silver lining. I've been thinking about you going back to work tomorrow. But that is your silver lining. You will be able to work on that bulletproof mindset on the way there and on the way home. So that's good. We will all be thinking of you tomorrow. Okay, so moving forward for this week. So far this week, we're going to be coming off a promo. I don't anticipate seeing one from Lavelle anytime soon, but they've shocked me before. We don't have an auto ship because it ran early. So this whole next week can literally just be dedicated to the basics. You don't have to be in a panic about anything. You don't have to be rushing to get so-and-so, to get this, to do that. This is where you can say, you know what, self, all I got to do every day is do my reach outs. And so I want you to write on a sheet of paper, a Post-it note, your screen, what is that called? Your screensaver, whatever it is. I want you to have these words in front of you. Who am I talking to today? Who am I talking to today? Now, you can go about this a lot of different ways. That could be a literal list of the people you know you're going to talk to. And for those of you that are that organized, kudos. Some days I'm not that organized. Now, for example, Sarah had a list because she just went through her stories and wrote the names down. Like she knew, she made her own list based on that activity. Sometimes you're just going to make a list based on your friends list. Sometimes you're going to make a list based on the birthday list, whatever. But who are you talking to? And so the thing I also think about when I am doing a Facebook post or I'm doing my Facebook stories, and I will change my tone during the week because I will start to think, who am I talking to? So earlier this week, I was talking to the amazing business building promoters that I had yet to meet. If you go back through my Facebook, and if you could go back through stories that they go away, but if you go back through my Facebook, you will see last week me talking to the boss babes, the people who wanted to change their income, the people who might have been afraid to take the jump. I was talking to them. I talked about what our team did last month to let them know it's legit and there's real numbers. I shared numbers, not commissions, but volume, because that's real and you can share that. That's who I was talking to last week. Now, tomorrow morning, I might wake up and say, you know what? I'm going to talk to moms who are at home with their kids this summer, and they've had the 4th of July, and now it's just freaking hot all day, and they don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, pick who you want to talk to. And you can pick a new person every day, or you can pick a new group every week. Whatever it is you want to focus on, talk to that person. So then, when you think about, I think what people struggle with when they do reach out or they do a Facebook post is they try to put too much in one post. They try to be all to everybody in one fell swoop. You don't have to do that. If I'm talking to busy moms, I might throw out a post about Activate in the afternoon and how great it is when you're by the pool or you're chasing your kids around the pool to have an Activate on a hot day. I might even show in my stories me mixing up an Activate and talking about my busy afternoon. So, and that's not the 3 steps, and that's not talking about making money, and that's not talking about better sleep, but it's just talking about that one thing of that one group I'm focused on. And so anytime you make a post or you do a story or you're doing a reach out, who am I talking to? Now, when you're doing a reach out, you can be a little more specific because you're going to know, right? You've got this person's name in front of you. You've got hopefully their Facebook profile you can go through. But even then, I try to look through and I try to see, okay, is this somebody who is a busy mom this summer? Is this somebody who is an essential worker who hasn't had a day off since March 15th? Is this, like, I try to think about that so that way when I'm talking to people, I can go about it in a more methodical way, because remember, we sell solutions to people's problems. And if I can put them in, if I can find out what category they fall in for those problems, I can do a better job selling them that solution. So who am I talking to today? I cannot encourage you enough. If you aren't already, get yourself an accountability partner and set yourself some goals that make you want to vomit. I'm with a group right now, and we are doing 35 reach outs a day. And let me tell you, the holiday weekend kicked my butt, and I did not get all 35 all 3 days. But I had to check in with those girls. So I made sure, instead of being like, I'm not going to do anything today. Like, have an accountability partner. It will make you do stuff that you don't want to do, but for the better. And I can't encourage you guys enough. And I'm seeing it with my 2 accountability partners. And I'll just shout them out right now, Lisa and Olivia. You girls have been doing 35 reach outs a day, or as much as you could get as close to 35 a day. And it shows your PPA. I screenshotted their PPA the other day, and it's already different. I know Lisa's, I think, has already added 3 customers since I did the screenshot, and Olivia's added 1 or 2. So that's from those reach outs. It's whether it's a happy birthday, what are you doing for your birthday? I mean, you guys, you have a plethora of stuff on Facebook now you can be commenting on. Everyone and their brother set off fireworks or went to fireworks because a lot of people are home. And the people that aren't home, people are finally on vacation, so you've got all that to talk about, and they were out watching fireworks. So all this whole week, you could do nothing but catch up with people. What'd you do this weekend? Where'd you go? Were you on the boat? What lake is that? You guys own that boat? Did you rent it? Who all went with you? I mean, ask a question. You could, when people say, oh, we just had a barbecue at my aunt's, really, what recipe did you make? I'm always struggling with what to take. Just put on your curiosity hat and start asking questions. Yeah, people are so willing to talk. Yes, Lisa, they are desperate for communication. Oh, I have missed some things. Sarah, what was your, oh, okay. Okay, thank you. All right. I thought maybe there were questions there. So thank you, Sarah, for putting that in there. Yeah, people are willing to talk. They want to talk. And I like talking, but I have to keep my focus on asking questions. Ask the questions. Ask more questions. Keep asking questions. So I can't encourage you to take whatever reach out you've been doing and bump them up. If you're like, man, my business is taking off, then maybe you're doing the right amount. I don't know. Only you know. There are days where, I mean, I've been doing 35 a day for a long time now. And there are days where I'm like, oh my God, am I gonna have to do 50? But you know, only you will know. I will encourage you when you are doing your reach outs to obviously start very general, but don't dilly dally. After a couple of exchanges, you know, between you stalking them on Facebook and between you having this conversation, what's going on in their life? Are they ready? You know, are they struggling with energy? Are they going back to work and they're not happy about it? Maybe they want to start doing a side gig, whatever. Like, start thinking about how you can start bringing up what it is that you do and connect it to them. So obviously you're going to do your birthday reach outs. You're going to be following up with people on like their fireworks, their vacations, animals, kids, I already said birthdays, anniversaries. Don't forget, you've got that friend anniversary button that pops up in Facebook. You can always say, hey, we've been friends for 3 years, or hey, we've, you know, whatever, like any excuse to make a connection. And remember my golden rule. If you feel yourself reaching for the like, the heart, the haha, the whatever button, stop yourself and put that in the comments. Or heart it and then send them a private message about why you hearted it. Don't just go clicking buttons on Facebook. I mean, you guys know when you get your notifications on Facebook, I scroll through. If it, you know, if so-and-so reacted, so-and-so reacted, so-and-so reacted. I don't even register all that. But when it says commented, I'm like, click, what'd they say? Who, you know, what's going on? Somebody say something about me? Somebody make a comment about my dog? What's going on? So take the time to make comments, because comments are what people are paying attention to. And the other thing too, remember when people do take the time to comment on your post, especially if you've asked a question or a poll or, you know, thrown something out there, take the time to comment back, even if it's just a quick thank you. They took time out of their day to answer you or to suggest something to you. Take time out of your day to say thank you. And with that thought in mind, and only 8 minutes to go, the last thing I want to cover is we are in the 5th day. We have gone through our first auto ship. So please put on your to-do list this week to send out thank you cards to anybody and everybody that has placed an order directly under you. So I'm not saying send out thank you cards to your downlines, customers, promoters, customers. I'm just saying your personal customers who placed an order or auto shipped with you, pop a quick little thank you card in the mail. If you have something laying around, I mean, I have literally just taken one small square DFT and shoved it in a card before, and people are giddy. So if you have it, great. If you don't worry about it. When was the last time you got a card in the mail that wasn't a bill? You got excited, didn't you? So same thing, even if it's just words written on a piece of paper telling them how much you appreciate that they support your business, that means a lot to somebody. So make sure you guys have that on your list for this week. And I kind of feel like I was missing something. Oh, Matt, thank you, Lisa. You're like my backup brain. Mastermind training is Wednesday night at 8. Yes, and you guys, you don't want to miss Courtney. Now listen, she's a lot for some of you. I'm just going to tell you that straight up. She's going to say some things that might hurt your feelings. She might even slip out a dirty word or two, okay? That is just who she is. But who she is the girl who hit over $1 million on the 4th of the month. So I feel like it's okay. So just put on your big girl panties and don't go in there and get offended. And I don't know, Paul's going to be on there with her, I think. She might tone back. I doubt it. I don't see why. But now part of it is because she's earned it, okay? But part of it is she just tells you like it is. She tells the world like it is. She says straight up, you may not like me, but I'm getting paid. You may not agree with me, but I'm getting paid. You may think my life is crazy, but I got a pool and I vacation 6 months out of the year. Like, whatever. Like, her confidence, if I could bottle it up and drink it on the daily, I totally would. And I'll be honest with you, some days when I need a post and I need to get feisty, I will go to her page and I will scroll and I will scan and I will see until I see something that triggers me. You guys, we all have the same opportunity to earn that confidence that she has. Every last one of us. 1 year ago today, and you can find it on her page. You'll have to scroll a little bit because I think it was a couple weeks ago. 1 year ago, she was at like just under the 200K mark. And then 1 year later, she was at the $1 million mark. 1 year. And it's not because it came easy. This girl works her butt off. But because she works her butt off and because she's got the dollar bills to back it, her confidence is through the roof. And she just, I don't know, I love her. I'm super excited to see what she's got to say at training. Do you know if they are recording it? I don't know. I feel like they would though, but I don't know, to be honest with you. There was one of those masterminds that I missed. Because there for a while, they were putting the recordings in the cloud under the updates, and I don't remember that one being recorded. So no, I have no idea. I don't know. But I know that I'm going to be in front of it. So, and I don't know if there's not like a way to Facebook Live that and record it, I don't think. Does anybody know? I don't know. That's my long answer for I don't know. All right. Any other comments or questions real quick before we get off here? We got a big week. Like I said, you guys, this is the week to stick to the basics. So like a lot of people would look at this and be like, oh, no promo and no auto ship. Shoo, taking some time off. No. Now is the time when you go hard on your basics, because next week when the auto ship comes or next weekend when the promo comes, you got to be ready. It was a million times easier for people to do this promo if they had been having conversations with people over the last 2 months versus just wake up and be like, hey, stranger, you want to double your order about a product you don't know? So put in the basics now so it makes your job better in the end. With that, I'm going to get off here. This is recorded. I will post it on YouTube, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Thanks. Bye.